When you think about Vietnam, the first things that often come to mind are the stunning landscapes, the bustling streets filled with motorbikes, and of course, the mouth-watering cuisine. But there's so much more to this vibrant culture, especially when you start digging into the unique habits of Vietnamese people. Today, I want to take you on a little journey through the heart of Vietnam, exploring its tea culture, the significance of shared meals, and the way daily communication unfolds in this beautiful country. So, grab a cup of tea, Vietnamese tea if you have it, and let's dive in. Let's start with tea culture. In Vietnam, tea isn't just a drink. It's a ritual, a moment of pause in the hustle and bustle of daily life. You might be surprised to learn that the Vietnamese have a long-standing tradition of tea drinking that dates back centuries. It's not just about quenching thirst. It's about connection, hospitality, and mindfulness. When you visit a Vietnamese home, you can almost always expect to be offered tea. It's a sign of respect and warmth. Now there are different types of tea in Vietnam, each with its own unique flavor and significance. One of the most popular is green tea, known as tra san. It's light, refreshing, and often enjoyed with meals or as a casual drink throughout the day. Then there's tra sen, or lotus tea, which is a delicacy. The process of making it is quite intricate. The tea leaves are infused with the scent of lotus flowers, creating a fragrant and soothing experience. Drinking lotus tea feels like sipping a piece of tranquility. But here's where it gets really interesting. Tea drinking in Vietnam is often accompanied by a whole set of rituals. It's not just about pouring a cup and downing it, it's about the entire experience. You might find yourself sitting down with family or friends, engaging in a conversation that flows as freely as the tea itself. The act of pouring tea is a gesture of care. When you pour for someone else, it's a way of showing that you value their presence. And let me tell you, if you're ever in Vietnam and someone pours you tea, you can bet they're hoping you'll take your time, savor the flavor, and enjoy the moment. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about food because, in Vietnam, meals are a central part of life, and they're all about sharing. The Vietnamese have a saying, "Ăn cơm chung," which translates to eating rice together. This phrase captures the essence of communal dining. Meals are typically served family-style, with a variety of dishes placed in the center of the table for everyone to share. It's a beautiful way to foster connection and conversation. Imagine sitting around a table filled with colorful dishes, steamed vegetables, fragrant rice, savory meats, and maybe some fresh herbs. Everyone has their own bowl of rice, and as the food is passed around, you're not just sharing a meal, you're sharing stories, laughter, and a sense of togetherness. This practice is especially evident during special occasions like Tet, the Lunar New Year. Families gather to prepare traditional dishes, and the kitchen becomes a hub of activity and joy. One of the most beloved dishes you'll find in a Vietnamese household is pho. This iconic noodle soup is more than just food. It's a symbol of comfort and home. When you sit down to a bowl of pho, you're not just enjoying a meal, you're experiencing a piece of Vietnamese culture. It's often served with fresh herbs, lime, and chili, allowing each person to customize their bowl to their liking. The act of sharing pho with family or friends is a cherished tradition, and it's common for people to gather at local pho shops, bonding over steaming bowls of this delicious soup. But it's not just about the food. It's also about the way meals are enjoyed. In Vietnam, there's a strong emphasis on balance and harmony in flavors. Dishes are carefully crafted to complement each other, creating a symphony of tastes on the palate. You might have a spicy dish paired with something sweet, or a sour element to cut through richness. This attention to flavor balance reflects a deeper philosophy of life in Vietnam, finding harmony in relationships, work, and daily activities. Now, let's talk about communication. Because the way Vietnamese people interact is just as fascinating as their food and tea culture. Daily communication in Vietnam is often characterized by warmth and respect. There's a deep-rooted cultural value placed on politeness, especially when it comes to addressing others. You'll notice that people often use honorifics, which are titles or terms of respect, when speaking to someone older or of higher status. This isn't just a formality. It's a way of acknowledging the importance of relationships and hierarchy in Vietnamese society. When you greet someone in Vietnam, it's common to say "Xin chào," which means hello. But it doesn't stop there. You might also hear people ask about your well-being or your family, which is a way of showing genuine interest in your life. The Vietnamese are known for their hospitality, and this extends to communication as well. When you engage in conversation, you're not just exchanging words, you're building connections. Another unique aspect of communication in Vietnam is the use of nonverbal cues. Body language plays a significant role in conveying emotions and intentions. A smile can mean 1,000 things, and a nod can express agreement or understanding. Vietnamese people are often very expressive, using gestures, gestures, and facial expressions to enhance their conversations. This adds a layer of depth to interactions, making them feel more personal and engaging. You might also notice that humor is a big part of daily communication in Vietnam. People love to joke and tease each other, and laughter is a common thread that weaves through conversations. It's a way of lightening the mood and creating a sense of camaraderie. Whether it's a playful jab among friends or a lighthearted comment during a meal, humor fosters a sense of connection and joy. Now, let's not forget about the importance of community in Vietnamese culture. The concept of Foodie refers to gatherings or groups of people coming together for a common purpose. This can be seen in everything from family gatherings to neighborhood events. The Vietnamese place a high value on community, and this is reflected in the way they communicate and interact with one another. There's a sense of belonging that permeates everyday life, and it's not uncommon for neighbors to know each other well and support one another. As we explore these unique habits, it's important to recognize how they shape the identity of Vietnamese people. Tea culture, shared meals, and daily communication are not just practices. They're expressions of values and beliefs that have been passed down through generations. They reflect a deep appreciation for relationships, a sense of community, and a commitment to living in harmony with one another. So, what can we learn from these unique habits? For one, the importance of connection cannot be overstated. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, it's easy to lose sight of the value of face-to-face interactions. The Vietnamese remind us of the beauty of slowing down, savoring moments, and building relationships with those around us. Whether it's over a cup of tea or a shared meal, these moments of connection enrich our lives and create lasting memories. Moreover, the emphasis on hospitality and respect in Vietnamese culture can inspire us to be more mindful in our interactions with others. Taking the time to greet someone warmly, ask about their well-being, or simply share a laugh can make a world of difference. It's a reminder that communication is not just about exchanging information, it's about fostering understanding and building bridges between people. And let's not forget the joy of sharing food. There's something incredibly special about gathering around a table, sharing dishes, and enjoying each other's company. It's a universal experience that transcends cultures, and the Vietnamese way of communal dining highlights the beauty of togetherness. So the next time you sit down for a meal, consider inviting someone to join you. You never know what kind of connections and conversations might unfold. As we wrap up this exploration of unique habits in Vietnamese culture, I hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of traditions that shape the daily lives of the Vietnamese people. From the soothing rituals of tea drinking to the warmth of shared meals and the art of communication, these habits are a testament to the values of connection, respect, and community. So, whether you find yourself sipping a cup of tea, enjoying a bowl of pho, or engaging in meaningful conversations with friends and family, remember that these moments are more than just everyday occurrences. They're opportunities to connect, to share, and to celebrate the beauty of life. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of Vietnamese culture. I hope you feel inspired to embrace the unique habits of connection in your own life, wherever you may be.